All right, everyone, here is the 12,000 mile rotation on my Uniroyal Tiger Paw tires on my 2018 WRX. So far, they've been an outstanding tire. Haven't really had much weather. It's been extremely hot here, extremely dry here, so I haven't even gotten to drive these much in even rain. So far, still impressed with them. They handle great on dirt roads. They handle great on the highway. They're quiet. Haven't had any issues with, being an 18-inch tire, having blowouts or anything like that, or even bubbles. I have a set of tires here off of our Rally Art that has a nice bubble in it. These are 18s as well. You can't really see it, but big bubble right there. So those tires had to come off. Anyhow, back to the tires. This was on the right front. This was on the right rear. This is going to the right front. This is going to the right rear. So we're going to start with the right front. And as always, I'm going to go, this is the outside, going outside, middle, inside, outside, middle, inside. So we do 3 measurements. I really don't do on either side. If they have a center rib, I usually don't do on either side, simply because it's going to show pretty much the same. I've never had a tire read any different on either side of the rib. But without further ado, here we go. Again, like I always say, there's your wear indicator. You don't want to measure on that. You'll be short 230 seconds. It looks like, focus, 9, really 830 seconds on that outside. Looks again like 830 seconds and 830 seconds. I keep these tires at Subaru's recommended pressure, not the tire. Just because with Subaru or with most manufacturers, they try to set a pressure that's going to give you the best of comfort and performance. It's kind of that. There's no such thing that there's a perfect balance, but it gives you a nice idea of how your tires should wear. If I was running, I think these are 50 PSI rated, 44, 50 PSI, the center of the tire would wear extremely fast compared to the outsides. Same thing goes with low pressure, 28, 30 pounds. These outsides would be wearing faster than the inside, or the center, I should say. And then this was the right rear. This one is actually at 930 seconds there. Same thing, 9 and 8. Actually, that looks more like an 8, doesn't it? Might have to look into that. And 9 again. So maybe a tad overinflated coming off of the rear. Just like pickups and SUVs, there's less weight on the rear typically, as long as you're not hauling anything or carrying passengers. So running the same pressure, I want to say 32 PSI. I can't recall exactly what, but I want to say 32. So maybe that's accelerating this wear a little bit. However, putting them on the front will wear them back into that even tread depth. Again, all-wheel drive vehicle. You're not going to see much of a difference, especially on a WRX non-STI, because you can't control the center differential, and it's a 50-50 power bias to the wheels. If I had an STI, you can control with your center diff how much power you want to the front versus the rear, and vice versa. So you can actually accelerate the wear on one or the other versus the 50-50. So I'm going to throw these on, and like I said, these are great tires. They've been amazing so far. They don't look cool. They don't look like a high performance tire or anything like that, but they do have a good speed rating on them, and they are a decent tire. The siping is still good, still deep in there. These were a 10-30 seconds tire when I bought them. So to lose 230 seconds over 12,000 miles, that's pretty good. And especially living on dirt roads, I don't even see chunking. This little wear indicator is starting to wear on both front and rear. It wasn't ever really deep. It was just kind of I don't know what it was really for. Noise, maybe. You can tell this is the outside of that front tire. It's completely gone just about. versus the inside of the tire. However, tread depth is good. I don't have any, there's no cupping or anything like that on these tires. But you can look, even being on dirt roads, little bit here. And that could have just been a rock stuck in there that finally ejected itself. No, a little bit there. So we see a little bit, but you know, for 12,000 miles, so far, they look good. A little bit here. Have not had to patch these. I have not had a flat yet. Which, as you guys know, on most of my tires, I've had to patch them at some point because of rocks and punctures and things like that. Not so much nails, just rock punctures. It's kind of weird. So if you have any questions, any comments, just post them below. Thanks.